Legit. Beautiful. Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. It's gorge. Poof. I'm back. Make me a sandwich. Poof, you're a sandwich. How are you? It is me, Kathy, my love. Uh, me. I'm back. I just had a sandwich. All right. Excellent. I do, yes. Next question is, does it work? Give me a second.
I lost mine somewhere. What I did with it.
There it is. I believe it works. Is it working? There it is. Nope. Am I out of fuel?
It worked there for you.
There you go, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day. Just had a sandwich. Hey, but what's going on? Anonymous Facebook user, how are you? I have to get the name of the RPG I played the other night. Yes, please do. Who said, hey, bud, what's new? What's new, sir? I got the anonymous Facebook user thing, so it doesn't tell me the name. You, by the way, I am being broadcast to you on the Haps app, on Twitch, on Facebook, on Twitter Live. I think that's it. YouTube, maybe? Can someone check youtube.com/3231, see if I'm on there? I think I'm on YouTube. Noof, how you doing, bud? I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Jenna, hello, my dear. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm hanging on. I don't know. I guess it's all right. I was gonna say I'm a little embarrassed. Somebody came and asked for a light. Jade, I love you guys. I was gonna say somebody came up and asked for a light for their cigarette, and I'm like, is my van crummy looking? Wasn't expecting company, but no, it's all right. It's fine. It's fine, right? Like it's a little cluttered, but it's fine. It's fine. Why am I so self-conscious? I don't know. Because I care. You know me, I care. It's fine for me. Anywho, today it's fine. The lived-in look, right? At least they didn't get a good look at the back. That's kind of a mess. Show you the back. It's kind of grubby. We're fine. Emmanuel, how are you? How you is? Don't shine a black light back there for sure. Because yikes. You chilling? Excellent, excellent. Speaking of chilling, it's a little too cold for a t-shirt, a little too warm for a hoodie, so I'm wearing my long sleeve tie-dye. I love this shirt. Jay has to go back to another doctor for more answers for hyperflexibility. It isn't autoimmune. All right. Sorry that you have to go through that at all, but hopefully get it identified. You know, this kind of, I know what you're doing. You're like, get it identified, so the sooner we can identify it, the sooner you can work towards correcting it, reversing it, whatever. Why can't someone place a black light there? Because, like, ew. Although I don't know, like, sweat and stuff, does that show up? I I did my sheets. I washed my sheets like 2 weeks ago. Um, I don't know what would actually happen back there. I don't know what shows up. Considering I've seen my face in black light, and you can see like oil and freckles, and it doesn't it's not flattering, no matter the case. What happened? Now you got me wondering. Pizza stains. I muted and sent the kid away. No, I wasn't getting gross with it. I wasn't getting gross with it. I'm just saying, like in general, you guys are pervs. I'm just talking about like sweat and dandruff, you know, all that lint. I know, but in case something else, someone else does. Um, well, thank you. At least I know it's not me. It's not me. It's y'all. You're trying to protect yourselves from each other. I'm no scientist. Ben, without the like the sexual reference, without the sexual connotation, shining a black light in a lived-in room, like sweat and oils and stuff like that, like that stuff shows up on blacklight, doesn't it? That's icky. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because I did my laundry. I washed my sheets and my pillowcases, but you still drool on your pillow, and like I said, sweat and stuff like that. Like I'm sure that stuff still shows up. Urine does too. All right. Um, but yeah, I thought this was a family channel. It is absolutely. I don't I don't censor myself, but I do try to. I don't think I say anything too inappropriate. Maybe profanity once in a while, but I'm just leaving for the airport in Mexico, heading home today. I've been in Mexico 2 weeks. Nice. What you been doing in Mexico? Just chilling out on vacation or what? Um, yeah, I don't censor myself, but I think most of the stuff that I talk, like 90% of what I talk about, is socially acceptable, especially for all ages acceptable. I would even say that some of the stuff that I talk about, right, the normies wouldn't have their kids exposed to, but anybody that there's a lot of stuff that I think kids probably should hear. Um, but that's not my decision. That's the parents' decision. Vacation, drinking. Nice. Well, I'm glad you had fun. Did you get your fill? Are you ready to go home, or did you want to stay more? 2 weeks in Mexico. I couldn't imagine what I would do for 2 weeks in Mexico. I can't think of any place that I would want a vacation for 2 weeks. Like, where would I? What would it? 2 weeks. Although, well, I suppose if you're taking it easy, taking your time, you want to relax, visit some good scenery, spend the day doing something. Maybe there is. Are you off today? I'm off every day. No, I only work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah. Today I am going about 4:35 o'clock ish. I have a Dungeons and Dragons game that I'm going to play. A group that hopefully we're going to play every other Tuesday. So Mazatlan, Mexico. Nice. Did you get to see any ruins? Like, is Mazatlan uh, up in the mountains anywhere? Like, it makes me think Aztec, Mayan, whatever. That would be something that would be cool to visit, like in Mexico and South America, to visit like some old ancient cities. That'd be kind of neat. Question: is it better to be operated by a surgeon under the influence or a doctor never under the influence? What say you? There's so much gray area there. I'm sure that a surgeon still has the experience, the knowledge to to know what they're doing. Um, I see the ruinations of my mind. um, I mean, a doctor. It all depends. Both are surgeons. Oh, um, a doctor means that you are technically a student of medicine. Like you have the knowledge to diagnose, and to treat. Like you could prescriptions, that sort of thing. Doesn't necessarily mean that you could handle the knife. As far as I know, like there are doctors that don't really do the cutting. You know, field medics and stuff like that could set a bone, or perform CPR, or being able to check blood, like one step higher from nurses. Um, there's a lot of gray area there. This is as far as what pulling from my brain. This is what I can gather. To be a surgeon, like you have to have a lot of experience. Uh, like I've dissected an animal in school, so I know how to use certain tools. But I'm by no means no means a doctor or surgeon. A surgeon, that's too deep for me right now. um, to call yourself a surgeon, you'd have to have plenty of experience. Let me reward is better to be operated. Reword, gotcha, not reward. Better to be operated by a surgeon under the influence or a surgeon who is never under the influence. Is it better to be operated by a surgeon who is under the influence of alcohol or drugs, or someone who has never experienced that at all? I mean, I've never been drunk or high, and I think I'm an all right person. I mean, I would say someone who's never been under the influence of drugs or alcohol would be just fine. Um, if someone is currently in an altered state of mind, that is less safe. Not impossible, but I would say less preferable. Take sober over uh, imbibed. What's the word I'm looking for? What's another word? That coffee's getting old. But it's still there. Um, Computer's dying. No. Okay, good answer, because you can't be under the influence. It's against the law. Sure. Don't perform surgery drunk. Don't perform surgery high. Yes. I mean, that's kind of a given. But I wouldn't say that's an impossibility. There are some people that may, depending on their state of mind, they may be better a little looser, you know, more comfortable if they're, because you can't say somebody's, drunk doesn't mean shit faced. Drunk could just mean feeling warm. There's so many degrees. It's not black and white. If somebody was sober, stone sober, and having a panic attack, I would not want them to perform surgery on me. But if they took a little something just to kind of, you know round the, take off the edge a little bit, who's to say? in reality. As far as letter of the law, absolutely. Don't want anybody under the influence. Fact of the matter is, it's against the law to be under the influence while conducting a medical surgery. Sure, right. If you're talking the letter of the law, absolutely. But like, if Ben had to perform surgery, you know, Ben, I need you to remove this bullet or this shrapnel or whatever from, I can't do it from my shoulder blade or whatever. I would absolutely be like, you know what? I'll take a swig. You take a swig. Swigs for everybody. Just like in the movies. Something I wanted to talk about, by the way, because I didn't address it too much in the last video, but I went and saw Uncharted, and then I went and saw a couple hours later Blacklight with Liam Neeson. There's only one showing of the movie at this theater, and I'm like, it's a Liam Neeson action movie. Maybe I'll enjoy it. Didn't occur to me that I might not enjoy it, but I'm like, it would have to be a bad movie. Um, Therefore, the answer is the surgeon who never been under the influence is the correct. Okay, well, I'm glad I got it right. Um, Blacklight is a bad movie. Uh, it didn't occur to me it would be, or it might be, but the warning signs are there. I should have seen them. The one showing when I went there, there was only one person in the theater. It was the smallest theater of for the smallest screening room of the theater, uh, and like I could have made a better movie. So much cliche. Like it is a the fact that it was in theaters amazed me. Like it was a direct to video movie, but it was being shown in theaters. So no wonder you didn't like Black Lights because you got traumatized by that movie. Well, I wasn't traumatized, but uh, I walked out 30 minutes. I just couldn't. I couldn't. I'm like I'm not enjoying this. I only paid 57 cents for it, so it's not like I was out any money by walking out. But I wasn't enjoying myself at all. I'm like just sitting there, thinking to myself, should I? I was not even angry, just kind of like uninterested. If I'm like, if this was thinking to myself, if this was on my phone, I would turn it off. If this was on television, I would change channels. I'm like, if Pam rented this on Netflix, I would eject the DVD immediately. I would do like I want to do anything else. I'd rather be on my phone watching YouTube videos. I would rather be on my laptop playing video games. Um, so I'm like, there's no need. You should have gotten your money back. No. One of the good things about Regal Unlimited is that I can take chances, which was what I wanted to do. I wanted to take chances on certain movies. I did with the Green Knight. I wasn't expecting anything in particular with the Green Knight, but that was a good movie. What was the other one? Nightmare Alley with Bradley Cooper. Good movie. It takes you chances. And honestly, now that I think of it, like uh, probably for the best. Like to have that experience of taking a chance on a movie and then being disappointed by that movie. I'm like, that's one of the things that I was expecting at one point of the year. So there, got it out of the way. Achievement unlocked. Went to see a movie, walked out. Perfectly fine. So, is that breeze hitting the phone by any chance? Roll up the window a little bit here. Um, hmm. Yeah, so it was one of those things like Liam Neeson's getting up there in age, and he was playing a specialist, a fixer that helps to remove deep cover operatives from their missions and get them to safety. Pull them out pretty much. Pull out deep cover operatives safely. And he played a character that was very meticulous to the point of OCD, very paranoid, because he lives in a different world than everybody else. And he had a daughter with a little girl, so he had a granddaughter, and he wanted to be a good grandpa, so he wanted to get out of the business. And it was that one last mission sort of deal. I didn't see the rest of the movie. Like I said, I only saw half an hour, but it was very cliche. Um, and it was kind of like you just think to yourself, so I was shitty to your mother, and I was shitty to you, but I want to be a good grandpa. It's like how does a person get that mindset where they're finally like, I think it's time for me to get out of the business, you know? Uh, and you get the little girl, the cute little girl, super cute little girl with the pigtails and the princess dresses and stuff like that. It was her birthday, you know, and uh, she, he's like, he showed up for her birthday, and his daughter's all, like, I know you want to be a good grandpa, but you know, I don't know if you're the best influence for her, kind of thing, because look at what you do for a business, and like you know how it is. And she's like, did you talk to your boss yet about wanting to leave? Well, not exactly. um it's like, all I have to do is give you that, and then we could write a better version of the movie, or at least write something very similar to what probably happened in the movie. um and of course, in Liam Neeson style, I guess actors get to a certain point. I think I've seen this enough. We've all probably seen this enough, where actors get to a certain point in their career where they just kind of dig their heels into, where the who they are, and just, like, that's them for the rest of their lives. Nobody does an impression of an actor in their prime or when they're young. They always do the actor when they've reached that point in their career where it's just like, that's them, kind of thing. Like, Christopher Walken was not always Christopher Walken. The Christopher Walken everybody else does is the older Christopher Walken. you know, Young Christopher Walken, different. Young Al Pacino, people barely do young Al Pacino, but everyone does. Ooh, ah. That's, you get to a certain point. Nobody does young Robert De Niro. They always do the stereotype. Sean Connery, same thing. Liam Neeson's always very intense, and he always has this accent you can't quite place. I need you to do me a favor. I need to make this sandwich. It's a very important sandwich. Many lives depend on this sandwich. Where are you from? I'm from New York. No, that's not a New York. Did I say New York? I meant I'm from Canada. Well, no, you're not from Canada either. That's not a. Oh, I'm actually from Ireland. No, I can't really tell that either. I'm just very intense. So, and it was like kind of disturbing because so the little girl was drawing a picture, waiting for her grandpa to show up to pick her up from school. And so she drew or the kindergarten or whatever. So she drew a picture. Of course, it's all in crayon. It's all stick figures. It's all, just like if there was a movie and you had a child who drew a picture for her grandpa, you know what the picture looks like. I don't have to describe it to you. You know what it looks like. Um, because of course. But there was somebody standing next to a tree. There was a little stick figure and then a bigger stick figure that both look like women. And then there was someone standing next to a tree, and he says, "Is that me?" And the child's like, "No, that's a stranger." Well, what's the stranger doing? Looking at us? Like, that's disturbing. Why you would want to put that in a movie, I don't get it. But it's like, ugh. Like a small child, it's like, come on. We don't need this. Um, so it was like many strikes against the movie, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna go. Who's still watching right now? Because no one has said anything for a little bit. It says 11 people's eyeballs are on me, but no one's really replied. That'd be funny if I'm describing the movie and y'all walked out on me. Ian, hello, sir. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Just driving. All right, well, be careful. The movie's so bad, you walked out on me. So that's as much of the movie as I'm willing to share because no sense in putting any more energy towards that. Do yourself a favor, spare yourself from this movie. Or go ahead and watch it. If maybe you like shitty movies. I don't know. It did bring up some interesting things to think about though, like how much acting does like an older actor like that. Basically, Liam Neeson did Taken, which I think is a fantastic movie for him. Like I think that started the maybe I should really look into this action movie type of thing. Taken was a very good movie for him and a franchise really because they did like two other movies, right? Um, so it could have been a good franchise for him. Um, which I think if you're gonna do it, although that would be difficult to do that because if they're like we're gonna make a franchise out of this, maybe yeah, I'm rethinking it now because if you're gonna have the name and you're gonna have the characters and all this stuff, there's gonna be demands for more money, so it may become more difficult to make those more movies. So you do variations on that to get as close to that as you can. Yeah, so maybe it wouldn't work. But anyways, um, how much I really would like to know how much acting they do. Because when it comes to driving scenes, they don't have to be behind the wheel. A lot of running scenes, they don't have to be there. They could have a stuntman doing the running stuff from shot from different angles, whatnot. So, like, this scene has him sitting down next to his granddaughter. This scene has him sitting down across from his boss. This scene has him sitting down in the car talking to somebody else in the passenger seat. This scene has him sitting down while the person is being interrogated or in a jail cell. I'm like, could you actually do a movie where you don't do a hell of a lot of anything? You know, um, I suppose you could, but then again, it'd be a movie that I'd walk out of. So, interesting to think about. All right. Well, I think I'm going to get going. I think I'm going to end the broadcast here because I'm going to go plug in and get on my laptop and play some video games for a little while before I head out to play role-playing games. It's a good day today. Chinese food, video games, broadcasting, talking to you guys, role-playing games, sure. Coffee. Good day. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.